Evening tonight, no getting out of jail for a woman whose 2-year-old son died after a third overdose on fentanyl.
She will stay locked up, her bond revoked in court after relentless reporting from WBRZ about this case and the failures of DCFS caseworkers who knew about the trouble in the home and did not rescue that child. Whitney Ard was busted last week after her son's death. East Baton Rouge Sheriff's deputies say she was living in a drug stash house, and the Child Welfare Office knew about that. News 2's Nick Perlin with these new details tonight.
Sylvia and Michael, Whitney Ard was frantic in court today, far different than how we saw her on Monday.
Whitney Ard in court Tuesday for the second day in a row, answering to a judge about a list of charges, and in a very different state form when she appeared for the first time the day before, then showing no emotion. But Tuesday, her voice trembling when she spoke, shaking frantically, so much you could hear the chains of her handcuffs rattling. At one point, Ard cried as a judge told her she was staying in jail.
What's really important is to ensure that this never happens again.
Prosecutors asked that the mother's bond be revoked after her 2-year-old son, Mitchell Robinson, died of a fentanyl overdose. His third OD, deadly, revived with Narcan the 2 other times. The judge telling mom, Whitney Ard, it seemed inevitable for the toddler to get his hands on the drugs. The disturbing case showing failures at multiple levels, including at the state, where the Department of Children and Family Services knew what was going on but didn't act. The entire ordeal now the focus of lawmakers' scorn and a state inspector general investigation.
I understood the complexity of some of the issues that they have, but at the end of the day, I want to ensure that it never happens again, and I don't know if I have that level of comfort at this point.
State Senator Regina Barrows on the committee trying to hold DCFS accountable. She can understand one excuse, a massively understaffed agency, but is losing confidence the agency can solve its issues.
I think we have to continue to ask questions, continue to press until we get a level of satisfaction.
Barrow says she has received dozens of emails and phone calls about DCFS since our report last night. She says more work needs to be done to make sure the most vulnerable population is kept safe.
We are going to do whatever it takes to necessary to protect our babies.
The mother of the child who overdosed is due back in court in November. It's not the only high-profile case we've exposed where DCFS looked the other way. Just last week, we told you about the man accused of raping his foster kids. He is also still in jail tonight. Sylvia?